Hello, everybody, and welcome to this webinar on three critical areas from the UK COBS rules. COBS is quite a large rule book, we should say. So there's a lot of material in there. We'll give you a brief overview of that firstly, but we're going to dive in and focus, or do a deeper dive and focus on three key areas. So those are going to be, after our overview, we're going to have a look at appropriateness, often hand in hand with suitability, and there's lots of material out there on suitability, but appropriateness kind of runs parallel, a little bit different, well worth knowing when that comes into play. We're going to have spend some time thinking about client communications, particularly around high-risk investments, and that's kind of sometimes where the appropriateness checks are required as well. And then dealing and managing, we'll have a think about best execution at that point before I wrap up. So this is a 30-minute webinar with some multiple choice questions at the end for you as well. So let's dive in. An overview of COBS. I mean, it's hugely important. And I often say to people, it's one of those rule books that for those people kind of newer to compliance or with enhanced compliance responsibilities, it's one of those where you probably want to spend a little bit of time knowing what's in there, knowing where you can go to get the detailed rules and get the guidance. So we call it COBS, but it's the conduct of business. It's how you go about your business. It's how you conduct yourself when you're doing business. So absolutely vital. And yeah, think of it as almost nose to tail of the investment process, because it starts off with things like, promoting your products and how to get a deal over the line or make that sale and how to onboard a client, and then some of the rules around and all that onboarding's got suitability and appropriateness, and then how you manage your business throughout the relationship with the client as well. So it's well worth compliance professionals having an awareness of what's within that one. And some of the guiding themes throughout really are make sure the client gets a fair deal out of this. It makes a good outcome. And I can use words like treating customers fairly, or for firms with retail clients, obviously the consumer duty has superseded treating customers fairly as a standard. But throughout the rule book is a set of requirements, sometimes principle-based, sometimes quite specific, but they kind of give us that guidance and those rule requirements to make sure that we are focused on this, the starting point for what good looks like. And then we build our culture around doing the right thing within the spirit as well as the letter